There you go. One for you. One for you. There's quantum blockchains for everyone.
Take your privacy back with Qublex.
Financial markets are reacting positively today to news that a new type of quantum blockchain is imminent. Join us for more tonight at 11.
Okay, this all sounds great theoretically. How do you actually build this? What does the paper say about the practical side, the implementation?
Good question. The paper does address this. It acknowledges that you need specific infrastructure, especially at the start. For that initial foundation phase where the original quantum signatures, sigmas, are generated, you do need access to serious enterprise-grade quantum processing infrastructure.
Ah, so there is a quantum hardware requirement.
Yes, but crucially, only for that initial setup. For the day-to-day runtime operations, validating blocks, processing transactions, the system is designed to run on standard classical hardware. They explicitly mention even small devices like a Raspberry Pi being sufficient for a node to perform that local physics check.
Okay, that's a really important distinction. Quantum needed to create the foundation, but standard tech to run the network day to day. That makes it seem much more feasible for widespread use.
Exactly. It lowers the barrier for participation significantly after setup. They also talk about deployment models offering flexibility. Things like hybrid quantum classical setups using cloud-based quantum computing access, or fully on-premises solutions for organizations that need that level of control.
So how does this stack up against, say, Bitcoin or Ethereum, or even other concepts trying to blend quantum and blockchain?
The paper includes a comparison table. The key difference, as we've hammered home, is that validation mechanism. Quantum coherence measurement versus computational puzzles, proof of work, or stake-based voting, proof of stake.
And that core difference leads to all the others.
Pretty much. Energy efficiency, low versus typically very high. Quantum resistance, claimed to be inherently resistant because it's based on quantum physics versus classical crypto, which is vulnerable. Transaction finality, immediate and guaranteed by the physics check versus probabilistic and often slow. Scalability, potentially much higher due to local validation removing consensus bottlenecks. But don't worry about your Bitcoin and Ethereum just yet. Perhaps it's not a either-or thing. They make specific references to fortifying today's financial ecosystem. Imagine POCO blockchains that could add that important post-quantum security piece.
Okay, that's a huge change from what we're used to hearing. Quantum computing doesn't threaten Bitcoin, it ushers it into a secure future.
Exactly. The trust anchor moves significantly.
And the basis of security itself shifts from computational difficulty to physical law.
You could say it's a blockchain in harmony with nature.
Oh, you've been saving that one, haven't you? So this sounds like a more comprehensive ledger system built using quantum principles, not just using quantum concepts for, say, communication channels. Does the paper mention what's next?
Yes. The technology itself is patent pending, and this seems to be something that is moving pretty quickly. The company behind POCO, AI Maven, indicates that the initial launch will focus on enterprise and financial services and for general-purpose applications to follow. So the tech is ready.
Okay, so we've really dug into this white paper. We looked at this core idea, proof of coherence, how it uses quantum mechanics like entanglement and the no-cloning theorem.
How that leads to a validation method based on a direct physics check, providing inherent security against many attacks.
The huge range of potential uses, from finance and supply chains to voting and identity.
And the practical aspects, like needing quantum hardware initially, but running on classical tech later.
The big takeaway seems to be this shift. Moving trust away from computation or consensus and anchoring it directly in the fundamental laws of physics.
Yeah, the potential described is pretty profound. Unforgeable records, instant validation, high efficiency. It really challenges how we think about building decentralized trust. It uses quantum not just defensively, but actively to enable new capabilities.
So the thought to leave you with today is this. If the validity of a digital transaction or piece of data, or even your identity, could be guaranteed not by distributed agreement, but by a physical process bound by the unchanging rules of the universe, what does that really mean for trust in our digital future? What possibilities does that kind of fundamental certainty unlock that maybe we can't even fully grasp yet?
And with quantum blockchains now available and compatible with today's infrastructure, are we on the verge of a completely new computing paradigm? Perhaps one based on the superposition of information itself?
If you want to learn more about quantum blockchains or proof of coherence, you can find more on cublex.com.